Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to Soul Guidance with Adriana. I'm a spiritual life coach, and I help you discover and integrate your own truth. I have an intuitive message for you today. Let's get started. Big card. Power. Seven of Wands. Starting your reading. Okay. This is really a card about showing your strength, showing what you're made of, involving yourself in processes and conflicts, not to win, but just to test how strong you are. So this is really kind of an interesting, powerful card here. It feels like there's going to be a lot of ramped up energy for you, Sagittarius, and that even though the energy is ramped up, it looks like you're going to be keeping a pretty level head. That's kind of exciting. But understand that this isn't necessarily going to be a peaceful, calm week, but that the universe is setting these experiences up for you, not against you, for you, so that you can learn really what you're made of. There's an appreciation of self that comes after you do something really amazing or strong. I talked to a friend who, she had a baby a couple years ago, and I was asking her, how did you feel? What was it like? And she said, well, I had no idea my body could do something so hard. I had no idea my body was capable of that. And it really gave her a different relationship with her physical self. And I feel like this happens with you with that psychic muscle, that you get to see really how strong you are and really what you're made of. And again, you get a new appreciation of yourself. Let's look at your, that's lovely, beneficial energy, 10 of Cups, energy that is against you, 8 of Swords, oppression. Okay. This 10 of Cups energy is in line with what we were talking about with the gratitude, appreciating yourself differently. But I believe it's going further, asking you to see all of these tests and challenges as true blessings. Because what is really more valuable than knowing who you are, knowing how strong you are and what you can handle and what you can't handle? And just like the ocean, we have so much untapped reserves. We have so much of ourselves that we don't use. We have parts of our brain that we don't use. We have parts of ourselves. We have senses that we don't use. And I think one of the most valuable things you can achieve is knowing who you are and really what you're made of. Because unless you know that, you can't fully love and appreciate yourself. Unless you can do that, you can't give love or appreciation to anyone else. It's also very important that you stay in the flow and you essentially just kind of roll with the punches, go with whatever life is flowing with you. Flowing, giving, whatever, choose your own word. It's important that you stay in the flow because that's where you see the blessings, is in the flow. If you pull yourself out of the flow, then you're going to feel oppressed. You're going to feel like everything's coming at you, which brings me to our next card, oppression. When you feel separated or different from the group, or you feel like your truth isn't being heard or listened to, that kind of thing can't matter. And I know it's very easy to say this, but how other people react, whether you win or lose, that doesn't matter this week. What matters is being involved in this energy flow, in this energy exchange, in this energy test. That's what's important. So it's also very important to make sure that you're using your full strength. You can see the body language of this hawk is crouched down, almost like he's trying to make himself small to talk to these other smaller birds. But that's a sign to me that he's not using his full power. Versus we have the extension of the father kingfisher who's completely open to what the universe has. So again, the universe is trying to show you that you're much more than what you think. You have much more in your reserve, and you are hugely different than what you think of yourself. I get really excited when I think about the ocean because, not only is our earth mostly ocean, there are certain depths of the ocean that we have simply never visited because we don't have the equipment or we don't have the capability. And I find that fascinating that there's depths even on the planet, even as smart as we are and as connected and quick moving as we are, that there's depth that we don't know about. So that means there's probably creatures and different worlds and different chemicals and substances that we don't know about. It's the same with you, Sagittarius. There's depth in you. There's parts of you that you don't even know about. And the only way you can find out is through an external test, because then all that depth rises up to meet the external test. And then you realize, oh my God, that was me that did that. All right, let's get a little bit more. Empress, your steps are blessed. My guides just wanted me to tell you that. And equilibrium. Interesting thing here. One more, they're saying. And the magician. Okay. All right. When you can achieve what we talked about, go into the conflict, don't care if you win or lose, find out who you were, that different facet of who you were, appreciate, love, and embrace that part of who you were. The next thing that will happen, the universe recognizes that you've seen the blessing, that you see yourself as more than you did before. And it helps to, it starts to send you situations that are a little bit more balanced, where here you were fighting, here you're at conflict, here you're at peace. Okay, so once you have appreciated and realized the message, the universe is like, okay, I'll tone it down. They get it. And you get this situation that is more balanced, that is more in harmony. And then here's the magic. The magician comes next. And based on who you are now, who you understand, the self that you understand now that you've been through that whole adventure, now you get to create a different world. Now you get to ask for different things. And they will be different things than what you thought you wanted in the past. If I think that I am a pear tree, I'm going to want sunlight and water, and probably just sunlight and water, maybe some air. That would be nice. But then if I realize that actually I'm not a pear tree, I'm a swan, I'm going to want very different things, right? That's the kind of shift you're about to make, Sagittarius, is that everything you thought you wanted in the past is null and void. And that's why it's so important to get into the nooks and crannies of this experience and to draw out all of your strength to appreciate everything that comes out. This is a big chance. This is really a big chance. I just feel promise in all of these cards for you. And this is a big moment. So yeah, I think that's where we're going to end your reading today. Thank you so much for sharing your time and energy. I really do enjoy doing these readings every week. And I always love to hear from you. It really is lovely to hear from you. Look forward to seeing you next time, Sag.